Question. So it's your testimony that you meant by that statement that the shooter did not get into the streetlight? Answer. Yes, sir. Question. You didn't tell Van Buskert that night, did you? Answer. No, sir. Before Christy Smith stepped off the stand, jurors submitted a question to the judge to ask Schmidt. And from their question, you'll realize there is a very colossal problem after hearing all the contradictions by Schmidt. They would have had illogical conclusions. The judge questioned Smith on the juror's tendered question. Question. Okay, did you make eye contact with the shooter as you drove south on Pennsylvania Street? Answer, yes. Question. Did the defendant start to run? Answer, yes. Schmidt was impeached again after that testimony. Why would the jurors ask the question after hearing such obvious contradictions? How could a jury convict anyone on this evidence? The vertex of the jurors' confusion was my trial lawyer not presenting the police diagram of the scene. Mr. Miller decided to bring the vital piece of evidence in much too late at trial. And Mr. Miller's total cross-exam of Schmidt was only 7 pages compared to 23 pages of the direct exam from Prosecutor Hitt. So basically the truth was smothered because my trial lawyer's meekness. The police diagram is the same one okay. This would have given the jurors actual distance and exposed scientific fact that it is impossible for Schmidt to move 50 yards that fast. After myriad opportunity to present his evidence while Schmidt was on the stand, this sham artist didn't provide this evidence on purpose. "30 days before the first trial, my trial lawyer brought me a statement of an eyewitness who identified someone else as a shooter in the crime. After being condemned to Marion County Jail to await trial for months now, this news made me a sigh in jubilation. This statement was dated August 17, 1998, 3 days after my arrest. Why was I still in jail awaiting trial on the crime? I absolutely did not commit. And why was I just now receiving such vindicating evidence? I would know the answer some years later to these personal questions. The unlocated witness, Dakari C. Fulton, gave the lead Detective Jones a voluntary tape-recorded statement. On August 17, 1998, Mr. Fulton stated, as he was on his way to the Shell station, so he was walking on the side of the building on Pennsylvania Street along the pathway. Upon reaching the sidewalk of the east side of Pennsylvania Street, Fulton said he remembered seeing a black Dodge Ram truck sitting on the west side of Pennsylvania Street, in front of the Damien Center. The next thing you know, gunfire rang out. Fulton then said that he had seen the shooter walk to the bed end of the truck, turn around, walk back to the truck's cab, fire 2 more shots on the passenger side of the truck's cab. And then the shooter walked at a fast pace north down the sidewalk until he reached the Damien Center lot. There he cut west through the lot, running from the scene. Fulton told Detective Jones he recognized the person who did the shooting because of the clothes they said they had on. Black shirt, black jogging pants with 3 stripes down the leg. Also, DeCray Fulton said that he had seen the same person hours earlier waving a handgun around. Fulton said he had to tell the person to stop waving the gun around that way because ain't telling no telling when it's going to go off. I had a friend who got shot that way. Fulton described the handgun as a .380 automatic. When asked by lead detective Alan Jones, question: how do you know it was a .380? What makes you believe it was a .380? Answer: well, because I had the same gun. I had the same gun before. I hadn't seen a few of them in my lifetime, enough to know them on sight. Question: you used to own a gun? Similar kind of gun, is that correct? Answer: oh yeah, I guess that would be a carbon copy. Cary Fulton went on to make a positive identification of the shooter, who also was the same person waving the .380 handgun. Also, there were 2 Crime Stopper reports that aired. One report said Joseph Webster is connected to the murder that occurred on 14th and Pennsylvania Street, and that Webster had recently been released from juvenile hall. The second report said Joseph Webster used a .380 shotgun and a number in the murder, and a gun belonged to his girlfriend, Latasha Shepard. Also, the second report said Latasha Shepard had reported to the police a missing .380 automatic handgun 3 days prior to the shooting. In addition, the lead detective Alan Jones confirmed the Latasha Shepard gun report to the police. Please let the following facts engross your attention. Joseph Webster is the same person Cary Fulton identified as a shooter, and IPD discovered the .380 automatic shell casings at the scene of the crime. Tragically, the innocent victim, Casey Sheehan, was killed by the bullets from the .380 automatic handgun that fatal night. When, with all the evidence pointed towards Webster, why would the detectives turn their heads and pursue Leon Benson? There's a multitude of consolidated, covert, nefarious that help conceive this injustice, not only against me and my family, or the victim and his family, but against us all who believe in justice. After receiving my trial transcripts on November 15, 2002, 3.5 years after my incarceration.